Life with Sean. How are you doing? Well, as you can see, I'm in the hospital. Had a little accident yesterday and ended up being in the hospital. I ended up taking some extra of my sugar medicine when I wasn't supposed to, and it kind of counteracted with my other sugar medicine, and it dropped my sugar really low, so I ended up in the hospital. I am at Hamilton Medical Center in Dalton, Georgia. But I wanted to talk to you about something. I have another book. I read my book yesterday. I had another book get published today. It's called Broken But Built. And I was planning on doing this book read, not from the hospital, but hey, I'm here now, so I figured I would go ahead and I'm going to do the book read tonight, right here, live on YouTube. So if you're interested in getting one of these books, you can get it on Amazon. I don't have the link because I don't have my computer with me. But if you go to Amazon and you put Broken But Built by Sean Gresham, you can get the book. Anybody who's ever been through any heartache, anybody who's ever been through anything, it's okay. You can bring it in. It's okay. We're just live on YouTube. My nurse is here, so it'll be all right. She's got my little medicine right here. I don't care. I'm saying this, I promise. So where y'all watching from? Let me know on YouTube where you're watching from. If you're just, and I'm getting a nicotine patch put on too. That's right, because I can't vape in here. I get in trouble. But anyway, so if you watch live, I said we got several people watching. Where are you watching from? Let me know on YouTube where you're at. But also, I've got a new YouTube channel I just started called Built Different Faith and Fire. So if you follow me on YouTube, also please try out Built Different Faith and Fire. It's a motivational channel. It's a Christian base with street smarts. Make sure you check that out. What's going on, Douglas? Got to see you. So tonight we're reading the book Broken But Built. You ever had a heartbreak? You ever had a betrayal? This book is for you. So I'm going to read this book to y'all, all right? Y'all bear with me. All right. Y'all ready? So it's a book read here. So I don't know how many people are watching. I can kind of see. All right. We got several people here. Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know in the comments. So Broken But Built by Sean Gresham. All right. I'm sitting here and I'm going to read. I'm not going to read the introduction here. We're just going to skip straight to the first chapter. All right. Again, this is about helping you get through a divorce, helping you get through a heartbreak. Chapter 1. She's gone. Now what? The breakup was the beginning, but it wasn't the end. So she's gone. Not just out of the house, but out of your life. She's not texting good morning anymore. She's not smiling like she used to. She's not laying beside you at night. She's a ghost now. She's a memory. And the worst part, she acts like it never even meant a thing. You try to eat, but your stomach turns. You lay down, but you can't sleep. You go through the day, but you're really not alive. Anybody feel that before? Let's just call it what it is. Heartbreak is death. It's the death of the us you were building. The death of a future that you believed in. The death of the man that you were with her. But here's the part they don't tell you. The funeral of who she was is also the resurrection of who you become. You're not weak for hurting, but you're wrong if you stay there. Don't listen to the fake guys that say, don't listen to the ones that say, man up, just move on. You're not broken for feeling it. You're broken if you won't feel it. You loved her. You gave her your heart. Of course it hurts. But don't confuse emotion with weakness. See, Jesus wept. John 11:35 says he wept over death. He wept over pain. He wept because he felt deeply and still walked boldly. So cry if you must. Just don't drown there. Stop worshiping a woman who walked out. Now this is going to sting a little bit, y'all. But some of y'all, you made her your God. You gave her all your focus, all your energy, and all your worth. You lost yourself trying to keep her. And now that she's gone, You don't even know who you are. Anybody ever been through a heartbreak like this? Let me know in your comments, man. Let me know. So let me ask you this. If a woman has the power to destroy you, does she have too much power to begin with? Exodus 23 says, thou shalt not have no other gods before you. That includes her body, her approval, her presence. God allowed her to walk away not to punish you, but to purge you. God closed the door that she wouldn't. Some of you prayed, God, fix this. And indeed, God removed her. And I prayed and I prayed and prayed. When my wife left, I prayed, God, put this back together. But sometimes you don't understand what you're going through. And that's why I wrote this book. It's called Broken But Built. You can get this copy on Amazon right now. $14.99. I wrote this whole book from my heart. And it should help you out, okay? So make sure you go on Amazon and get it. It says you thought that was rejection. How many ever thought that you were rejection by a boyfriend or girlfriend? But it really was redirection. You're praying for peace, and it gave you distance. You're praying for healing, and it gave you silence. You're praying for strength, and it gave you suffering. Why? Why would God do that? Because growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from crushing. John 15:2 says, every branch that beareth fruit, he purges it, that it may bring forth more fruit. She left. That was the purge. So don't go running after what God removed. The pit ain't permanent. See, Joseph was thrown into a pit by people who should have had his back. His story looked over, betrayed, forgotten. But Genesis 50:20 flips the script. It says, what meant for evil, God meant for good. The pit was the path to the palace. So yeah, you're in the pit right now, but what if the pit would position you for something greater? What if the absence is the space God intended to rebuild you? She left you. Now what will you build? You've got time now. No more arguing. No more walking on eggshells. No more explaining yourself to someone who stopped listening a long time ago. You've been handed one of the greatest gifts a man can ever receive. Time, solitude, and pain. Those are three things that is good for you. Time, solitude, and pain. And if you combine those three with discipline and faith, you become a man who doesn't need a woman to complete him. You become a man a woman would never dare to leave again. This is where the real you is born. There's two types of men after a breakup. The man who breaks down and stays broken, or the man who breaks and rebuilds. You got to choose. Don't let this moment define your downfall. Let it define your rebirth. Don't run to distractions. Don't numb it with drinking, scrolling, hookups, or bitterness. Let it burn. But let it burn away the weak version of you. Last thing before we close this chapter. If she left, she's already made her decision, homeboy. You don't need to keep replaying these arguments. You don't need to guess what she's doing now. Let me be clear. You do not need her back. You need you back. And the version of God's about to pull from this pain. He's going to be stronger, wiser, harder to shake, and impossible to replace. This is your start line, not the end. So get up, wipe your face, and repeat after me. Job 13:15 says, though he slay me, yet I will trust him. She left, but you're still here, and God's just getting started. If you're watching this live right now, this is a book reading, a book that I just wrote. It's called Broken But Built. You can get this on Amazon right now. You can get it on Amazon. Go to Amazon, type in Broken But Built. I see in the comments, yes, I'm in the hospital. I had a little sugar incident. I took too much sugar medicine, had to mix up my blood pressure medicine, and I ended up dropping my sugar low, and I ended up going into a coma, but I'm okay, I'm out. But my book just got released today, and I'm still gonna do my book release. How many right now will go on Amazon and buy my book, Broken But Built? I need someone out here right now to comment on this book. Yeah, I'm in the hospital, so what? I'm still gonna do my job, and I'm still gonna read you my book. This is how I support my channel. I support it through Super Chats. You can donate through Super Chats, or you go on Amazon and you can buy my book. Y'all want me to read another chapter? Let me know in the comments. I've read one. Can we go to chapter 2? Let's go to chapter 2. It says, The Man in the Mirror. Appreciate that. Jerry Harrison said he's going to buy the book. I don't have the link in the description, but go to Amazon and put Broken But Built by Sean Gresham, and you'll see the book. And make sure you leave me a review. I'm going to read you chapter 2. It says, The Man in the Mirror. You can fix your life. You cannot fix your life until you face your reflection. So there you are, standing in the bathroom. No more wedding ring. No more family pictures on the dresser. No more we. It's just you. And for the first time in a long time, you can't lie to yourself. The house is empty. The bed is cold. The silence is loud. And that man in the mirror, he's been waiting on you to get real. This is where it begins. Right here, right now. September 10th, wherever you're at, this is where it begins. So I'll send a super chat when you're not obese. Hey, bud, you can send me a super chat. Guess what? I was 326 pounds last year. 258. I don't consider it all obese, big dog. I've lost a lot of weight. So he said he'd send me a super chat when I get obese. Look at this. I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Who cares? I'm not that obese, big dog. I've lost some weight. 326 to 258 ain't that bad. I'm going to put my gown back on in case there's women people watching. You know what I'm saying? Say to send me a super chat when I'm not obese. But I've lost a lot of weight, big dog. And I'm still losing. That's okay. I'm going to keep on losing. But appreciate the thought anyway. Somebody will send me a super chat since I've lost 60 pounds. Maybe they won't. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I'm not in it for super chats. Buy my book. It says, every man creates a version of himself he wants the world to see. Strong, confident, and a provider. A leader. Unbothered. But what happens when the mirror starts peeling that mask off? What happens when God strips the applause? The relationship, the routine. It's just you. What do you see? Because until you face the real you, everything you build will eventually collapse under the weight of the lie. Jesus said in Matthew 23:27, Woe unto you, for you are like unto the witted sculptures, which indeed appear beautiful, awkward, but are within full of dead bones. You look like a man, you move like a man, but inside, something's dead. This chapter is about resurrecting that. Accountability in the mirror, not a microphone. Most men want to talk. Talk about what she did, talk about how she changed, talk about how unfair the courts were, talk about how good men always lose. But talking isn't transformation, guys. Looking in the mirror is. That's where the war starts, and most men don't want to fight there because the mirror doesn't give compliments, it gives truth. And here's some truth you might not want to hear. You let yourself go. You stopped leading spiritually. You were passive until she got dominant. You were angry until she got numb. I have to take the responsibility of what happened to my relationship. You knew she was changing, and you said nothing. I seen it coming, but I didn't do anything. The mirror reveals what mask hides. And if you want to become undeniable, you've got to get honest about what you've denied. The most dangerous lie you believe. Here's the most dangerous lie that keeps men weak. It wasn't my fault. Let me break the lie right now. Was she perfect? No. Was she wrong in how she left? Maybe. But guess what? She saw your weaknesses long before you did. And instead of confronting it, she walked away from it. You thought you were being peaceful. You were actually losing your power. Let me ask you this man to man. If the mirror showed you everything your woman saw in you, would you still be proud of that man? I would be. There was things that I could have changed before my relationship ended that I didn't see. I didn't look in the mirror and see what she saw. If the mirror showed you everything your woman saw in it, would you still be proud of that man? The gym mirror don't care about your excuses. It shows what you built or what you neglected. The bank account don't care about your dreams. It shows you've done with discipline. And the mirror in your soul, it don't care about your pain. It reflects your choices. The mirror isn't your enemy. It's your scoreboard. And right now, you're either up or down. But here's the good news. God didn't fix fake men. God reveals honest ones. Psalms 51:6 says, Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts. Truth, not toughness. Truth, not the appearance of healing. Truth, not another temporary escape. Y'all follow me on this? Appreciate all y'all watching. Tear down the old man, rebuild the warrior. The man you were. The one who tolerated disrespect. The one who let run his thoughts. The one who blamed everyone else. The one who played it safe. He's dead. Got to bury him. And out of that grave, you're going to build someone dangerous. Someone disciplined. Someone who walks in truth and commands respect. But it starts with a funeral. It starts with your own. It starts with your own, man. Somebody said they just subbed 5 days ago. Also go to my channel, Built Different, Faith and Fire. It's a new YouTube channel. It's not about trucking. It's all about rebuilding men. It's about rebuilding lives. It's about beating addiction. It's about overcoming divorce, heartache, break. It's Bible mixed with scripture. It's called Built Different, Faith and Fire. It's on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you go subscribe it. If you haven't bought my book yet, I'm reading it right now. It just come out on Amazon. It just got published. Broken but Built by Sean Gresham. Go on Amazon and be the first one to get a copy, okay? But this channel here is all about trucking. It's a truck driving channel. But I wanted to read y'all this book from the hospital tonight because it just came out. Galatians 2:20 says, I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live. You're not supposed to walk out on the breakup the same. You're supposed to die to who you were. Because the old man dies, the new man can rise. Stop looking for comfort. Stop begging for closure. Stop hoping time will heal you. And here's the cold truth. You lost yourself long before she left. You abandoned your calling chasing connection. You forgot who you were trying to hold on to who she was. But that ends today. I need you to say this out loud. I will no longer portray the man in the mirror. I will rebuild him. I will respect him, and I will become someone my future self honors. Because listen, if you can't face you, you'll never lead anyone else. If you don't fix the man in the mirror, you'll attract what broke you again. Final prescription before we close this chapter. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he's likened to the man beholding his natural face in glass. For he beholdeth himself and goes his way, and straightway forgetteth which manner of him he was. Don't just read this chapter and move on. Stand up, go to the mirror, look yourself in the eyes and say, you're not done. You're just getting started. Has anybody went on Amazon yet and bought this book? Let me know in the comments. I see one person bought one. Be the first one to go buy this book, Broken but Built by Sean Gresham, okay? Now we're going to go into chapter 3. Y'all want me to go into chapter 3? All right, here we go. Chapter 3. God let her leave on purpose. This is going to hurt y'all, but it's the truth. Sometimes God closes the door that you keep begging to stay open because he heard the conversations you didn't. You thought she was the one. You prayed with her. You built dreams with her. You made sacrifices for her. You fought battles for her. And then one day, she was gone. And in your pain, you started praying the wrong prayer. God, bring her back. God, fix this. God, please don't let this be over. But what if God's answer was, son, I didn't remove her to hurt you. I removed her to reveal you. It wasn't a breakup. It was a breakout. Maybe you weren't in love. Maybe you were in bondage. You were building, but you were slowly bleeding. You were praying for peace, but sleeping with the same thing that was stealing it. And because you wouldn't walk away, God did what all he could do. He let her leave. When God doesn't answer your prayer, he's protecting your purpose. Sometimes silence is God's loudest move. You keep asking him to save the relationship, and he kept allowing it to fall apart. Why? Because if he gave you what you were asking for, you would have destroyed your calling. Why? Because if he gave you what you were asking for, you would have destroyed your calling. She couldn't go where God was taking you. She didn't respect the version of you that God is raising up. And no matter how good this us felt, God saw a future that you stand alone. Isaiah 55:8-9 says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are their ways, saith the Lord. You wanted her, but God wanted you healed. He let her leave to light a fire in you. Her betrayal, fuel. Her silence, training ground. Her exit, permission to rise. You thought she left you empty, but God left the room to be filled with strength, clarity, and holy fire. You can cry about what she took, or you can grind with what God gave you, because nothing grows like loss. You would have never left her on your own. Let's be honest. You would have stayed. Even if she kept disrespecting you, even if she made you question your worth, even if she gave you 10% and blamed you for the rest, you would have settled for almost love. For someday, maybe. For once she healed, maybe things would be different. So God stepped in, not to destroy you, but to deliver you. 1 Corinthians 10:13, but God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape. The breakup was your escape route. Stop praying for her back. Stop praying, God, she left. I know it's hard. I know you miss her, but you've got to see this for what it really is. She was a chapter. She was not the cover. Don't let temporary feelings ruin a permanent calling. You're not called to sit in regret. You're called to lead, build, to become unshakable. Not every woman is fit to stand beside a man like that. What communion has light with darkness? God's plan didn't include her anymore. If you trust God with your eternity, then you can trust him with your love story. That door didn't slam shut. He closed it gently, but permanently. Now it's your job to walk through the next one. And guess what's behind it? A peace that doesn't keep guessing. A woman who respects your calling. A future built on rock, not on sand. A version of you that's stronger than the pain ever was. Stop asking God to bring back what he buried. Stop mourning what he rescued you from. Stop calling lost what heaven called release. You prayed for strength, he gave you heartbreak, because that's where strength is born. You prayed for discipline, he gave you heartbreak, because that's where strength is born. You prayed for discipline, he gave you isolation. So you have no choice but to face yourself. You prayed for growth, he gave you silence, because no one grows in comfort.
You didn't lose her, you gained clarity. And now you got two choices. Try to re-enter a door God already closed. Walk boldly through the one he just opened, because this ain't the end. It's just the part where finally you become the man of God always meant for you to be. And it took her leaving for you to get there. This book right now is on Amazon, y'all. It's called Built Different. Broken but built. Go on Amazon and grab this book. I'm not going to sit here and read you the whole book. It's a long book. Did any of y'all get any value from this? If you did, hit the like button right now for me. Please give me a fire emoji or something to let me know that you understood this book. And let me know that you're going to go on Amazon and get it. If you know somebody dealing with a heartbreak, betrayal, divorce, this book right here is a Christian's Man Guide to Healing After Divorce, Heartbreak, and Betrayal. It's not a feel-good book. It's a book full of hard truth. I appreciate every one of y'all watching. Keep me in your prayers while I'm in this hospital. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I'm still going to try to put out videos for you like I do every day. God bless y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Leave me a review and let me know in the comments if you got the book. I'll see you next time.